Morning. Good morning. How you doing? Turn this down. How you doing this morning? Hopefully all is well with you. Getting ready for the day. Monday, March the 4th. Yeah, man, a new year for real. It's upon us. What you guys working on today? Stop by and say hello real quick. And then we'll go on and get into this thing. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. Let's see here what we got. Do do do. What's going on this week? Pretty light for the day. Just some notes from the Fed. A Fed president, Tom Harker. Uh, Tomorrow, factory orders, IMS or ISM, pardon me. Uh, Fed Vice Chair speaks. Um, 12 and 3. There we go, Wednesday. ADP. Okay. So here's the deal, man. If you're in within 30 days of closing, if I were you, I'd get with my lender and make sure I'm locking. Okay. Make sure you're locking in or make sure you're on top of it. The last couple of days was a float. Market came back about an eighth of a point as far as mortgage rates are concerned. But again, unless you like to gamble, you want to go to Vegas, I lock that thing in. When it comes to points, make sure you understand how long you need to be in the current position, the current rate that you potentially pay points for before you do so. Because if you play the probabilities, okay, if you play the probabilities, you probably will refinance before you realize the break point, the break even point for paying points up front, unless those points are being paid by a seller or something of that nature. Okay. So just make sure you understand and you have a strategy. But again, I would lock in. I lock in because, especially if I'm within 30 days of escrow or closing or wherever you are in the country. 10-year, right? Let's look at this 10-year. Still over 4%. Not as high as it was last week before we got those PCE numbers. So that's a good thing. Remember, 4% or less, 4% or less generally bodes well for mortgage rates. Okay. So again, when we look at the economic reports, light today and tomorrow, as far as a real effect on mortgage rates, as far as these reports. But Wednesday, ADP, that's always good. Looking at the economy or unemployment or unemployment claims and things of that nature. And that has a greater effect, if you will, as less folks have jobs, less money in the economy. The concept is less pressure on goods and services and things of that nature. Inflation going the right direction. Okay. So that's what I would say for Wednesday. Thursday, there you go. Initial jobless claims. Big one. Consumer credit. I like to watch that as well. And, Friday as well. So that's what we're looking at. Check this out, man. Got a question for you guys. What do you think? What do you think about remote work, being able to work remotely and its effect on house prices being higher? That's the question. So I did a video year and a half ago talking about the internet and how that's something that you should pay attention to when you are looking to purchase a home, meaning high speed access as far as services and things of that nature are concerned. Because all of the studying and things that I do personally, I've seen this trend since 2003, even where we are today. Okay. And the mind shift that happened during the pandemic and remote work. So again, do you think remote work is going to increase or decrease as we move forward into the future? That's the question that I have for you guys. And if you're watching this later, please let us know. I'd like to know your thoughts. But when we look at the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, okay, this was written back in April of 2023, and remote work is to blame for the rise in housing prices. And so I I think this has some legs to it because if you think about it, depending on where you're coming from, let's look at the tech sector, right? Those folks that typically have higher paying jobs in that industry but are on the left and right coast, if you will, or higher cost areas. Well, if they're able to move inward, okay, for a lot of reasons, that puts pressure on the housing stock that you all know. If you've been around here, you know that it's been lagging for 10, 15 years. Okay. Even prior to 2008, Bush 2 was working on trying to have incentives and things of that nature for everybody to have a house, right? And everybody shouldn't have all of anything. I digress. The point is this, you have a lot more competition because now you don't have to be tied with close to or in close proximity to your jobs. Okay. So, like to know what you think. Okay. So, also looked here, U.S. news. Okay. And you guys you got to dig deeper. You got to go past the headlines, but just trying to plant a seed just to get you to think, right? And so this article by Tim Smart, okay, January of this year says remote work has radically changed the economy and it is here to stay. I agree with Tim Smart. Like to know what you believe or how you see it. And more importantly, how, if you're looking to purchase real estate, if you are in the real estate industry, are you thinking about these things? And if so, what are some or where are some places you can go to look to see where people are migrating to? That might be something good for you to look at. As we round off, I always want to say if you're in the state of Texas or moving to the state of Texas or moving around in the state of Texas and you have the ability to use VA loan because you are eligible, then the Texas Veteran Land Board has a great program. Have to look at it with everything else, though, because there are some limitations that I won't go into here. Reach out if you'd like to know more. But this week's rate, 6.69%, and if you meet the requirements to get the 0.5% discount, you're at a 6.19%. Okay. So if you'd like to find out more about that, reach out. That's something that we can help you with. So, hey man, with that said, thank you for those of you that allow me to come on and speak to you briefly. Have a great day, man. Have a great day. A lot going on. Okay. If you're in business, don't be busy, but be in business, meaning you got to know your numbers. You have to know that what you're doing uh, has a measurable and trackable outcome. So something I've been doing for myself for 2024, uh, you have to be able to know the time that you spend is going to help you get to the goals that you're trying to meet. If not, then you have to look at that thing and keep twerking and working, baby. Keep twerking and working. So for all of you sophisticated folks out there, I know I'm not your guy. But for the everyday, hey man, hold your head up high, smile, wave at somebody, be nice, say good morning, good afternoon. Catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. But more importantly, work on your craft. You guys have a great day. If we could be of assistance, reach out. Peace.